Oh, what a difference 24 hours makes, huh? Smackdown. Not looking bad tonight. Not looking bad at all tonight. It's got a few problems here and there on some other parts, but there was some positivities coming out of this in SmackDown. Now, I don't know who's writing this show at this point, cause is it Bischoff? But then again, I'm hearing he's not gonna do stuff till after Extreme Rules. Was it Vince McMahon, who probably had some better ideas tonight? Or some think it's Heyman? I'm not sure about that, because I'm already seeing people blame Heyman for Monday Night Raw last night and everything, or was that Vince himself? But I don't know who's writing these shows now between those three. Or maybe they're all collaborating on this together or something, okay? But SmackDown, not bad tonight. Not bad at all. Still got, like I said, still got your problems here and there. But I saw some good shit. As Vince would say, as you know, what Moxley put, some good shit. But as soon as we kicked off the show, we pretty much saw Dolph Ziggler coming to the building. Was it the Snu Arena, I believe, in Manchester, New Hampshire? He came out of his car and was talking to Caleb Braxton until Kevin Owens showed up then. Ziggler was pretty much, he was honking his horn. Ziggler was pretty much pissed at what was going on. Owens got out of his car after he kept honking him, telling him to move. Ziggler pretty much says, "You're interrupting my interview." Owens said, he was going to say that, you would see me again. Pretty much next thing you know, they start brawling with each other. Security gets involved then, and other wrestlers, most of the cruiserweight guys really, but from 205. Shane McMahon came in and then pretty much says, "Owens, you need to cool off. You're done. You're out of the building." Ziggler go in. Owens' mouth was bleeding. Pretty much Owens says this makes no sense, as Shane pretty much had to break him up. But as soon as Shane came in, he had to cancel the main event when they went to Cher Schreiber interviewing him. He said, "This sort of thing can't happen in a parking lot. So tonight, the main event, it's gonna be different." And he's got a few ideas what's going on. But pretty much then they went to the announce team, who was about to say something until Kevin Owens showed up. Some say probably cutting the best promo of the year or in his WWE career, or just probably one of the hottest starts they've done in SmackDown in a very, very long time, I should say. He pretty much came out, got on the mic, and pretty much pissed about how what the McMahon said many months ago about how the fans are going to control the show, but it's not. Shane's getting more television time and more power that no one ever wanted. Pretty much this is everyone, or what everyone is saying on the internet right now, and almost like what Miz said too, but I think this was better because Owens was cutting the promo though, and pretty much he was venting about that. He said it makes him sick that Shane calls himself the best in the world. And as he got on the announce table then to still rant, Shane came out, said, cut his mic. Owens pretty much says, guess what, idiot? I got another microphone. As Shane pretty much went to the production telling them to stop, Owens pretty much said, everyone backstage, saying, Shane can, kiss ass and everything, think he's going to be the best in the world. The next mic went out, and once again, Owens got the headset then from Saxton, as he said, you're stealing more television time from Apollo Crews, Mustafa Ali, Buddy Murphy, Kairi Sane, Asuka, multiple names that are just, you don't even see on TV anymore, because he's getting more television time than all of them, which this is true, okay? Liv Morgan, Authors, AOP, Authors of Pain. Where are these people? Where are they? Where's Buddy Murphy? Well, you saw Cruz last week, but where's Murphy? Where's Kairi Sane or Asuka, which they'll show up later, but where's who else? Shit, I'm trying to see what else they got on. Like I said, where's Authors of Pain? And like I said, this is all a truth promo, and I'm sure WWE it's like this. They've done this before with Miz's promo, and it's kind of I would say trolling in a way, but they know what the people are complaining about online is that, we'll address it, but is there anything going to be done about it though at the same time? No. And as Owens' mic was still cut though, well, the headset one, security came out, Owens jumped the guardrail and pretty much got out of there then as they chased them along. And as the announcing said, it was career suicide and stuff. Owens was gone, but this was great. This was a great opener. It was hot. This was pretty much a true promo from Kevin Owens. So is it going to be Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon again? Most likely it could be, okay? And I wouldn't be surprised since Shane McMahon is in several freaking feuds right now. Let's add another one to the list, from Roman to Miz, I guess Undertaker now. And now we got Kevin Owens again, which he feuded with him before. But this was a strong start. Kevin Owens is pretty much a face at this point, which is already what we kind of knew. But I guess they was like, hey, let's just drop Sami Zayn and we're going to stick with Kevin Owens. And he's the face right now. And he was right. This isn't, it's better than what was on Raw last night. This was a hot opener, okay? He was right about the McMahons lied about what they said months ago. And Shane gets all the television time. He's got too much power, and I'm sure people are sick of him, as they all say on, like I said, on the internet and stuff. But and just name the list of people that are not even on TV. Buddy Murphy had one promo, never saw him again. But pretty much right after that hot opener, Shinsuke Nakamura went against Finn Balor. Why is this not at the pay-per-view this Sunday? But we're going to do it now. And as they came out, they had pre-tape promos. Nakamura talked about, says, I don't need a tag team partner alone no more. I will do this alone and strike fear. Finn Balor came out and, he had a pre-tape promo saying that Nakamura is dangerous. He's known him for 15 years. So, he's on a desperate to get his career back on track, but he's not going to do it expense for me because things are going to be extraordinary. Well, pretty much right now it's Bullet Club versus Chaos, or this is something you would see in JPW right now if you want to go from that point. But this is actually a good match. I actually like that. One spot I did like was Nakamura, and this is I know everybody probably may not know what I'm talking about when it comes to New Japan, but Nakamura did this kick on he did a kick on Balor while he was kind of on the top, right on the top rope on that, like by the ropes to the turnbuckle, and then he pretty much went across the ropes and hit him like with a big suplex, the sliding German suplex. If you know New Japan, you know what Taiji Ishimori does with Bullet Club with that sliding German suplex to the outside of the ring. Looks really cool. So that was actually a cool spot. Nakamura was about to go for the Kinshasa, but Balor dodged it with a sling blade. Then they pretty much fought to ringside, which they're on the apron, and Nakamura kind of hit a Kinshasa mid-air onto the apron. Then on the apron off the turnbuckle. They were on the outside of that at one point. They were outside. They pretty much got back in for the count out. Nakamura pretty much went back out ringside. He hit Finn Balor with a Kinshasa on the outside. He didn't want to take the count out win. Balor had got in before the 9 count, which once again they were going ringside a lot. So I guess they were really trying to establish Nakamura as more as a threat now. They make him more vicious, and as he threw Balor back into the steel steps one more time, once again that 9 count, Nakamura got back in already. Finn Balor finally made it in, but Nakamura hit him with another Kinshasa and got him for the win. Okay, so there you go. Now a lot of people are gonna say something about this right now. Number one, the champion should not be losing on TV in a non-title match, either main champion or secondary champion, because that's the thing WWE does a lot nowadays. The champions lose on TV a lot, but I think they were trying to reestablish Nakamura, I believe, to make him look more powerful again. And honestly, this was a really good match for him and Balor. I don't know why you did this right now instead of do this for a title match, which I'm sure he'll get a title match anyways after beating the Intercontinental Champion clean in the ring. It makes no sense when they have, like I said, the champion lose to the person they most likely going to face for the title anyway. But this is probably the best I've kind of seen out of Nakamura in a very long time. I will say that, because what was he doing with Rusev? Just jobbing everybody? I'll never understand why he wears that jacket when he wrestles. But this was a good match. This actually made Nakamura kind of more relevant nowadays. I will say that. Balor, at least he did something on TV this time. I don't know why we didn't do this pay-per-view for Sunday, but I guess they want to build this up. So, could have went a different way about it, but we're going to go with this way, I guess. But yeah, hey, didn't Nakamura sign a new deal, if I'm not mistaken? So if he's still going to be here, I guess they're going to do something with him. I hope so, because honestly, they have killed Nakamura so bad. I just kind of wish he had went back to New Japan at this point. But I think he's going to be here. So hopefully something good will happen from this with Balor and Nakamura. But it wasn't a bad match, though. Shane McMahon, Drew McIntyre, and Elias were backstage talking about the whole Kevin Owens situation. But they got focus on Sunday. Elias said he's been working on a funeral song for The Undertaker. Ziggler showed up and was pissed about what happened. And he says, you know what? You won't be facing Owens tonight, but you can help us out. You'll be facing Roman Reigns tonight. So that's going to happen. Samoa Joe was in the back, cutting a backstage promo. Pretty much a lot of black from under him. It looked like kind of dark. And he talked about he offered Kingston compassion. And, you know, he loves the one that loves clemency. But he knew Kingston wouldn't accept it. He said that he sees the hustle behind Kingston. And is doing what he sees him, what he does true for, you know, he truly is. So he said he will beat Kofi Kingston this Sunday to a bare essence that will put him to sleep, and he will take the WWE Championship from him. Another great promo by Samoa Joe, but do I see him win the WWE Championship this Sunday? Not really. I don't think... Listen, man, I like Joe, but I've said it before about him. It's like the Bray Wyatt syndrome at one point. By the way, what the hell is he, by the way? But it's like the Bray Wyatt syndrome from before. He can come out there. He can cut the greatest, most savage promo he can. But if he doesn't back it up and win the match, what does it mean? Because that was Bray Wyatt at one point. You can come out and cut up a great promo all you want. But it don't mean shit if you ain't winning the damn match. So... I don't know if Joe really is going to win, but I don't really see it happening, no. Caleb Braxton had a contract signing for Nikki Cross, which I guess is now representing Alexa Bliss also in this 2-on-1. Why wasn't she on TV this week? I don't know why. I need to look that up. And Bayley for this handicap match. Braxton asked why Bayley attacked Nikki Cross. Bayley pretty much went to say she's not really sorry to see that Bliss didn't show up and was happy that Cross did. But she said, Cross, me and you are all alike in a way. I was starstruck when I first arrived in the WWE, and I listened to so many people, but learned they only care about themselves, and they didn't help her when she needed to help. Bayley said that she learned quick that she had to become a champion on her own. Nikki pretty much complained about that Bayley's attack was unprovoked, which is kind of true. And well, she did slap her first, I believe. No, she didn't slap her, but talk about the whole your friend type of thing. But Bayley pretty much talked about how why are you helping Bliss? Are you really okay with someone else helping someone else win a championship? Cross said that you have no idea what you're talking about, and Bayley says she would bring everything she has to Extreme Rules, and she's gonna do whatever it takes to win. And she says that Bayley says what's gonna happen when Cross loses, huh? Or Bliss loses? Is she gonna blame you? Bayley signed a contract. Nikki pretty much got on the mic and said that Bliss is not using me. She's my friend, and she promises to win, and we'll become the first ever Smackdown co-women's champion. And she says, Bayley, why don't you stick around? Because I got a match with Carmella. And she pretty much says when it's time to play, Nikki gets all the fun. So, not a bad promo, I will say from that. It wasn't really bad or anything. I still don't understand where this is kind of going still in a way, but it's probably going to be something screwy this Sunday, but I don't know why Bliss wasn't even here to do this whole promo, but it's just Nikki Cross and Bayley pretty much doing this whole thing, but we'll see where this goes, I will say that, but a lot of people keep saying Bayley is becoming less likable in this whole thing. I'm not really sure, but you can go whatever you want from that. The Iconics were leaving some room backstage until Asuka, Kairi Sane, or the Kabuki Warriors and Paige showed up as they talked about, we want our title shot, okay? And they said it could be tonight, but they didn't want to do it. Paige pretty much said that you guys just shrill, annoying little clowns and stuff. She slapped Billie Kay, which I believe Paige is going to wrestle now. And she said that it's not going to happen tonight, but it's going to happen anytime. If you do not know, they did say before that they were going to have a match in Tokyo, Japan, which they showed a clip back from Ryogoku's Sumo Hall. The Kabuki Warriors did beat the Iconics. Usually when New Japan does a lot of events, but they did beat them in Tokyo. I don't know why that wasn't televised, but I guess they're going to get their title shot sooner or later, so at least they remembered the whole stipulation thing going on. Roman Reigns had an interview talking about how him and The Undertaker are going to have Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre rest in peace. The New Day came out for this tag team summit as they talked about this 3-way match. Big E said that's not the 3-way he had in mind. I don't know what he's talking about. And then he said that all three of us were finally, all the New Day members are going to hold our titles, the tips of our titles, and tip them together. Like, dude, listen, man. I've said this before. Big E is a savage on the microphone, okay? Him in these weird sexual-like promos. It's gold. I think it's hilarious. And sometimes I wonder where this is going to keep going, but someone's always cutting him off. Like, what did he say before? The second hour of Smackdown is going to be the freaky hour. I don't know what type of freaky shit he is on with this half the time. But, or anything. But I just find this, I just find his promos very hilarious though when he does it. I'm like 3-way. What kind of 3-way you talking about, huh? What is this 3-way you speak of? But Daniel Bryan and Rowan interrupting him, and that these fans should be booing New Day for clowning around, and that he pinned Big E last week. But pretty much Wood says, I want to hear from Rowan. I'm tired of hearing from you all the time. And that, you took orders from Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, and now Brian now, huh? And he says, I guess you have a hard time of telling who your daddy is, huh? Brian pretty much held back Rowan as Rowan was pissed. That was a good line, though, I'll say that. New Day pretty much, Brian, trying to block the old joke thing. Brian said the only thing worse than you guys winning the titles, Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery came out. They cut a promo, so there's no denying that, they took Brian and Rowan to their limit at Stomping Grounds, but it's blue collar solid, and they're gonna become the tag team champions. And they kind of, Otis kind of did that whole dance thing, like the New Day, they'll become the new WWE tag team champions. Which I like how Big E was like, cut that shit, cut it, man, stop doing our shit, cut that shit. They pretty much had a triple threat match then, which Brian pretty much went immediately to ringside. Fans chanted Brian sucks, but this was the triple threat was pretty good, I will say that. Otis pretty much hitting the not the compactor, but like a pop-up slam on Woods for the win. So it was a pretty good match. At least the champion wasn't pinned this time, I will say that. But I will say one thing I have noticed tonight: no restarts, no odd elimination matches yet, no 2 out of 3 falls. So yeah, SmackDown's actually coming along nicely without all these stoppages or restart matches and stuff like Monday Night Raw is doing. But pretty much then after that, they went to and this is the thing, they showed the catering line and Ember Moon's in line. If you look close enough, you could see Rockstar Spud hiding under the table, which I thought was about to be a 24/7 segment. They cut in front of Moon to get some oranges and talked about you need to find a tag partner for next week when you face both of us. Moon says, all right, I'll do it. And if I can't find a partner, I'll take both of you out myself. They went to I don't know what they're doing with this whole Moon versus Rose and DeVille thing, by the way. Some keep saying this is some lesbian angle going on with Rose and DeVille. I don't know. I'm not really even sure right now, but sometimes I don't know where this is going. They went to a Mustafa Ali promo then. Once again, he was outside somewhere, like the stuff he did on 205 with those promos, but he talked about evil and everything. And talking about fighting in the face of evil, and he spoke about fighting evil when he was when he was an officer, and even seeing evil to people that even swore to be a police officer. He ain't lying about that shit though. That shit's true, okay? And he was a cop in Chicago, so he's not lying about that statement. Like, you seen bad things out there, and you just see bad cops. I'm not gonna get into a whole thing about that right now, but he's not lying about that shit. And he says that evil only wins when you don't show up. So I don't know where this is going with Mustafa Ali. I thought it was odd that he kept saying he was going to become the WWE champion or something that he was going to come for. I like the inspiring promo, but it's like, dude, when are you going to come back on TV or anything? That's the thing I want to know. When will he be on TV? So that's kind of a question for that. But still, good promo. Aleister Black then finally was going to know who his opponent was as he was sitting, and there was a chair right there. Pretty much saying that his opponent wasn't going to reveal himself or anything. Yeah, he wasn't gonna reveal himself. As he was kind of laughing and everything, and he says, it's very good. Very good, he says. And, someone else hiding the mystery. He's really, really smart, as he said. But he says, I don't care who you are. Next thing you know, there was a man walking around in. Kind of had a suit on. You only saw his hands. And when he sat down, it was Cesaro. And he says, you, Cesaro. It's kind of funny how he did it so dramatic. And Cesaro took out his mouth guard and says, I'm the one that knocked on your door. And I'm here to pick a fight with you. And then Black said, this is going to be very, very good this Sunday. Very good, as he said. Now, I will say this about this whole thing. Number one, that match going to be a hell of a fucking match this Sunday. I don't know who's going to win. I will say I'm glad they got Cesaro doing something instead of beating the crap out of No Way Jose for the past 2 weeks for no literal reason, because they look like they've had literally no direction for Cesaro. I felt like ever since I don't know what happened to Sheamus or anything. I think he was hurt, so that the bar wasn't really around right now. But Black versus Cesaro should be a great match. I'm sure it will be. I didn't have no problem with Cesaro beating up No Way Jose in general, but this is a step up. This is an upgrade. So this shit is gonna be good. I think it's going to be enjoyable. I don't know where it's going to go, but they will fight Extreme Rules this Sunday. They finally revealed who his opponent was. So, to be honest, I actually thought it was going to be Randy Orton for some reason. I kept saying, I bet it's Orton. I bet it's Randy Orton. I just kept saying that for some odd reason, but I'm fine with Cesaro. Good. I'm fine with that. So, I don't know what show he's on at this point, wild card or whatever, but, I am definitely fine with that shit, okay? But, pretty much after they did the whole Black and Cesaro thing for their match this Sunday, they went to Shelton Benjamin again, as he just kind of looked, again, as they said, is Dolph Ziggler finally going to prove himself to be in the main event tonight, and will it finally be him? Once again, they went to Shelton Benjamin just looking around, which, he said something, but I don't think his mic was on, but he just kind of smiled and walked away. I don't know what they're doing with Shelton Benjamin right now. I have no clue. They then went to Caleb Braxton again. Next, Paul Heyman just casually walks by. Just happened to walk by. I guess he's not going to promote the whole Brock Lesnar holding the Money in the Bank thing, but he's there. Kofi Kingston showed up talking about Samoa Joe. He's not going to let him affect his mindset. He's going to get inside the head of his opponent, and he's going to beat Joe this Sunday, Extreme Rules, and he did his baby thing, hyping up for Sunday. Roman Reigns came out then for the main event against Dolph Ziggler. Shane McMahon comes out and does the best in the world with, McIntyre and Drew right there. At least you got Greg Hamilton doing this, because I thought it was hilarious when Mike Rome almost broke his voice trying to do the best in the world thing. So Greg Hamilton was there, and I thought it was excellent. I thought it was fucking excellent. As for the match itself, it wasn't bad, the main event. I will say it kind of was a hot angle in a way to end on, though. Of course, everyone was going to get involved, from McIntyre and Elias. I did like when Ziggler had got a roll up on him, and Shane just kind of jumped out of his seat. He was like, yeah, that was so close. I thought it was great. When he was just kind of jumping up and down out of his seat then. But, Reigns did that giant dive on everyone outside. Shane was in the ring. Ziggler super kicked Roman. Kevin Owens then came in, hits a Stone Cold Stunner on him. I almost thought it could have been Austin versus McMahon again. Ziggler threw Reigns back in the ring. Crowd was going nuts. Reigns goes back off the ropes. Hits, he tried to hit a zigzag. Goes back off the ropes. Spears Ziggler for the win. Show closes. Out. Go home show done. See you this Sunday. So at least this was a better of a go home show. I will say that. This felt like a go home show. The hype matches was better than what was going to fuck on Monday Night Raw last night, because that was just so much bullshit all over the place. I don't know who wrote that show, or I don't know if it's either, like I said, for Bischoff, McMahon, or Heyman, or the idiotic retards in creative, as some would say, or whoever's writing this shit. I don't even know. But like I said before, this was a better show. Smackdown wasn't that bad. You had a hot opener out there with Kevin Owens' Rant promo, which was the true promo way too. I enjoyed things from, I guess, Aleister Black's opponent being revealed, Mustafa Ali's promo, The triple threat would be, Woods, Otis, and Bryan was pretty good. Big E and his just crazy promos. Nakamura and, Balor. I just don't like the champion losing, but at least Nakamura finally kind of reestablished himself in a way, looking like a threat again. I had no problem with that. And the main event wasn't that bad, too. I'm sick of it. Should have been me, Dolph Ziggler, but come on, he was going to lose there. But like I said, Shane McMahon just gets so much TV time, and he's got so many feuds going on from Roman, The Undertaker, Kevin Owens, I guess Miz, since he still wants to keep going after him too. So, yeah, man, they think Shane's that big of a star. So there you go on that. But like I said, I enjoyed SmackDown tonight. It was pretty good. It was better than, like I said before, I don't want to repeat myself, but better than the bullshit that was going on Monday Night Raw last night and stuff. So some things are still kind of bad and stuff, but we saw a little bit more positive. It wasn't perfect. It was not perfect, but at least it wasn't that bad. I will say that. But I'm going to end this off from here. I'm out of here. Check out my reviews. Check out my Monday Night Raw review. Check out my G1 Climax Night 1 review. And check out my Slammiversary review. I'm going to have a lot of things to say about that when it comes to the Impact review this Friday. It's just a lot of things are going on with contracts and stuff. Because, it's going to be a lot to talk about when the fallout of Slammiversary. Just stuff I've been reading about, people already leaving and stuff after this show. And, I will say that I don't want to talk on it right now, but Impact really needs to work on their contracts, man. You can't lose these people. These are people, like, core part of the show, and it would suck to see them go because they put on a really good pay-per-view last Sunday. But that's all I'm going to say from that. I'll talk more of that on when the Impact review happens. But I'm done with SmackDown tonight. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about SmackDown tonight. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. So once again, it's me, the HWLD, coming here with the news and reviews. You know what I am, you know what I do, how it goes in our show, and it goes down. And now we are done with this review of SmackDown. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.